I'm super disappointed in Dave Grohl. And I know a lot of people are super disappointed as well. He was kind of like, he was kind of like our hero. I mean, he was a hero in a way, you know, he survived Nirvana. He reinvented himself in the band, the Foo Fighters. And it's just been, their music is fantastic. And he's like this super cool dude. And his autobiography was really interesting. And he just seemed like an all around fantastic person. He's got children. The children are awesome. And he interacts with them like a good dude. And come to find out, he's been shacking up with and banging some other chick for 15 years. And now has a baby out of wedlock. Only one baby? I heard rumors. I don't know if it's just one or there's more, but
I'm sure he paid for others to go away.
This is the one we know about. And I feel like kind of kicked in the nuts over it because I'm a huge Foo Fighters fan.
Wait, because he did stuff that a rock and roller does?
I guess. I mean,
so what are you saying? Road wizard and creating another kid? I mean, that's what rock and rollers do.
Just inevitable
for people in that position. Yeah, typically. Unless you're really dedicated.
You don't think we should be?
You know what? You should be disappointed. You should be upset because when you have your entire view of somebody shattered like that, it does hurt. It kicks you in the nuts. Absolutely. Now, there's a Dave Grohl conspiracy theory that has me kind of dialing the disappointment and everything back, saying, you know what? He's just a rock and roll guy. So this was bound to happen eventually.
I haven't heard the conspiracy. What's this all about?
It involves the dissolving of Nirvana, the starting of the Foo Fighters, and a suicide that wasn't really a suicide that apparently Dave Grohl may have had a role in.
No. Are you going to tell me more, or are you going to make me go look this up? I am on the edge of my seat at this point.
Now, of course, this is all rumor, speculation, and innuendo. I am not in any way saying that Dave Grohl was in any way a party to Kurt Cobain's death, but there is the possibility that he was a party to Kurt Cobain's death.
How do I make you bigger? I want you to be, I mean, you know what I'm talking about on the controls thing.
Like that?
Yes.
Or just
where you're like the big head and I'm the little head.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. You're going to be the big head.
You could be your own head. Take it away, Rob Rotten. No, that's wrong. Do the other thing. No, that's even worse. That's the one.
There we go. Yeah. So my wife, she is a big grunge fan. And she is all into that stuff. And of course, you know, the speculation is that Kurt Cobain didn't actually commit suicide because he was not the suicidal type. He didn't have the mindset. He didn't have the emotional state for it. And she's had me watching this documentary that has been made. And man, it makes you really wonder because the speediness, the time that passed that Dave Grohl, you know, went from Nirvana to forming the Foo Fighters, which, I mean, you kind of need to have a lot of money in order to do stuff like that. But, you know, in theory, but it seems like, you know, there was some really big mistakes made with the investigation. The Seattle PD really dropped the ball with it. And it wasn't so much a suicide as it was a potential murder. And Dave Grohl may have played a role in it, and at least in terms of the cover-up. Not saying he pulled the trigger, but he may have played a role in the cover-up to make it seem like a suicide. And he may have benefited financially from that.
That's a conspiracy theory I could totally believe.
Yeah.
I mean, 100%. Like, I could totally believe that. He was a very young man at the time. He had given a lot at that point to be in this professional environment, you know, as a band member and all these other things. And I don't know, man.
I mean, Kurt was purposely setting himself up to get out of grunge, get out of that and move into something else. And everything he was doing, he was looking to and setting up the future for his daughter, Frances Bean. So
right. For him,
Courtney Love, she was just
for him to kill himself in the midst of all of that is
very suspect.
That's a problematic kind of thing, right? Yeah. I hate to say that
once the wife has me finish that documentary, I'll probably be able to speak more to it. But
okay, well, that's homework for
it got me going.
Shows.